Sensium Healthcare extremely excited to be part of the Patient Safety Congress. We recognize that caregivers globally are facing increasing pressures in delivering high standards of care to patients, especially those patients who have undergone high-risk surgeries and face the risk of sepsis on the wards. Delivering a new technology like Sensium Vitals, we recognize that it's a cultural change for many institutions, and as much as we are investing in developing a hardware, a technology, as well as the algorithms to deliver a reliable vital monitoring, we're all about taking our clinicians and our nurses on a journey to make sure this is implemented into their standard workflow to deliver exceptional healthcare to those patients.
So why do we choose to monitor heart rate, respiratory rate and temperature with the Sensium patch? Well, it's widely recognised that these three parameters are leading indicators of patient decline. For example, respiratory rate is probably the first to increase when there is some cardiopulmonary distress. The heart rate then increases to try and pump this additional oxygen around the blood. And we know that temperature is very, very important for detecting pyrexia in the case of fever. And so these three parameters particularly give us real rich insight into early detection of sepsis, the 3 SIRS criteria. Whereas SpO2 tends to be a lagging indicator, so by the time your SpO2 level is dropping, you're already in some distress in terms of the cardiovascular system. And again, blood pressure as an indicator of sepsis is a very, very late indicator. It's actually indicating organ failure. So we really want to pick up the deteriorating patient long before those two parameters would start to decline.
Deterioration of patients is shown mostly in changes in respiratory rate, and we all know from literature that this is a vital sign which is constantly badly measured on the wards. So I think that next to detecting deteriorating patients, the digital methods will help us to improve measurements of vital signs, not only of respiratory rate, but also of heart rate and other factors.
Installing near-patient testing requires several different steps: installation of the software and the IT infrastructure through to training staff. But there are some exciting opportunities, especially in discharging patients from intensive care, who are going to go back to a relatively light environment in terms of monitoring. So continuous near-patient monitoring in groups of surgical patients, high-risk patients who perhaps have been in an intensive care environment or an HDU environment and then a discharge to the ward would make us more confident about what's going to happen to their onward journey.